Resonance. The quality in the sound of being deep, full, and reverberating. The ability to invoke or suggest images, memories, and emotions. The reinforcement or prolongation of sound by reflection from a surface or by the synchronous vibrations of a neighboring object. The condition in which an electrical circuit or device produces the largest possible response to an applied oscillating signal, especially when it's inductive and it's The condition in which an object or system is subject to an oscillating force having a frequency close to its own natural frequency. Astronomy. The occurrence of a simple ratio between the periods of revolution of two bodies about a single primary. Okay. So the condition in which an electrical circuit or device produces the largest possible response to an applied oscillating signal. Okay. So how do we hear? The inner ear. As the fluid moves, 25,000 nerve endings are set in motion. These nerve endings transform the vibrations into electrical impulses that then travel along the 8th cranial nerve. And then the brain interprets these signals. And this is how we hear. Okay. So we hear because of resonance. That's what it's saying. The condition in which an electrical current or device produces the largest possible response to an applied oscillating signal. How do we see? When light hits the retina, a light-sensitive layer of tissue in the back of the eye, special cells called the photoreceptors turn the light into electrical signals. These electrical signals travel through the retina, through the optic nerve to the brain, and then the brain turns the signals into the image you see. Resonance. The ability to evoke or suggest images, memories, and emotions. So when we listen to music, we feel different emotions depending on what we're listening to. If we see big flashes, our emotions can change. If we see something cute and fluffy, that might be nice to touch, our emotions can change, etc., etc., etc. These things are because of resonance. Resonance is amazing, okay? Resonance is what possesses our ability to hear. It possesses how we see. It possesses the firing off of electrical impulses, of the ability for us to even feel, like with our hand when we touch something. There's a resonance. It's a frequency that is allowing what our created bodies are able to conduct and allow us to perceive the way that we are designed to. Okay? It's not necessarily us wanting to be able to see a specific thing. It's what is possessing us to be able to see what it wants us to see. Resonance is doing all of that. It's showing us what we want to hear before we even have the ability to identify with what we want to hear. Okay? Because we have electrical impulses within our body that allow us to identify with what is and what isn't. Okay? And these fire off after the fact that resonance has taken grasp and allowed us to produce whatever it wants, basically, is what's going on. Therefore, I hate to be the one to tell you this, but free will is it's just what it is, man. It's not free will is affected because of resonance in whatever resonance wants it to be at. Okay? Frequency is everything. All things in our universe are constantly in motion, vibrating. Even objects that appear to be stationary are in fact vibrating, oscillating, resonating at various frequencies. Resonance is a type of motion characterized by oscillation between two states. Okay? Everything is frequency. In the beginning was the Word. In the beginning was the Word. Cause. Work. Utterance, which set things in motion. Intent. Mouth. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Supreme Divinity. And the Word was God. The same was in the beginning with God, and all things were made by him. And without him was not anything made that was made. Resonance. The ability to invoke or suggest images, memories, and emotions. Physics. The condition in which an electrical circuit or device produces the largest possible response to an applied oscillating signal, especially when it's inductive. So just kind of think of yourself as an antenna that is receiving signals, and you're doing what you're basically just moving the way that you're supposed to according to the resonance that's being produced for you. You're just dancers, man. That's basically what you are. You're just dancers. And the silly thing is when we continue in John, um, um, people don't realize they're dancers and they think that they can just do things. And darkness comprehended it not. Okay? Because when you have friction, which is produced by frequency and resonance, what you get is light. You get fire, like the bow drill. You know what a bow drill is? When you rub your hands together really fast, what happens is warmth. Lights are warm, aren't they? Okay. It's just that light is at a higher frequency for us to be able to identify with our eyes. You understand what I'm saying? We are moved about as if we are dancers on a dance board. Okay. It's not about what we choose or what we decide, because it's already all been decided according to resonance and the habitat in which we have been placed in from birth and moved around from the beginning of time, basically, from the beginning of everything. He shall choose our inheritance for us. Oh, clap your hands, all you people. Shout unto God with a voice of triumph. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth. He shall subdue the people under us, and the nations under our feet. He shall choose our inheritance for us, the excellency of Jacob, whom he loved, Selah. He shall choose our inheritance for us. Okay? God is gone up with a shout, the Lord with the sound of a trumpet. Okay? Sing praises to God. Sing praises to our King. Sing praises. It's saying that we can be in his praises. It's exactly what it's saying. God reigns over the heathen. God sitteth upon the throne of his holiness. Okay? Now, what about the trumpets in Revelation, you say, right? Yeah, it's all God. It's all taking place because for it to even be written down, it had to have resonated for them people who scribed it out to have done that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Jesus Christ said So by saying it is finished, Jesus was signaling to the Jewish world that there was no more need for sacrifices. Okay? After this, Jesus, knowing that all things were now accomplished, that the scripture might be fulfilled, saith, I thirst. Now a vessel full of sour wine was sitting there, and they filled a sponge with the sour wine, and put it on a hyssop, and put it to his mouth. So when Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, It is finished. After this, Jesus, knowing all things were now accomplished, he said, It is finished. I find it really interesting and quite funny that before Jesus said, It is finished, Jesus, here we go, like this. He knew all things were accomplished. And then his mouth got sour wine. His mouth got sour and was like, you know what? It's finished. It's finished. It's finished. It's finished. It's done. It's done. Stop tripping over your life and let life do its job. Is that sour? Because that's exactly how that's interpreted. Right? Have a good day, Neil.